Ecofictologists, my name is Lovis and welcome to 2021! The fact that very little actually changed at midnight is a detail that we are going to ignore. Mentally, 2021 is a clean slate. Every New Year's Day we always say we're hopeful for a good year, and I think that's especially true this year. We're going into 21 with almost desperate hope that it is better than last year, which we just shouldn't talk about anymore. We're drawing a line under 2020 and we're starting fresh. So along the lines of a fresh start, I wanted to kick off 2021 with a reintroduction video. And I say reintroduction because I'm going to let you in on a little secret about me. I'm also going to make some resolutions for the new year, as is customary. This time I might actually keep them. I don't think I have ever kept one in my life, but you know, there's a first time for everything, and maybe having you all here to hold me accountable, I will manage it this year. As most of you know, I have an interest in ecofiction from a very scientific point of view. I am a scientist myself, a researcher. I'm doing my PhD in animal movement in the marine environment at the moment. I think ecofiction has so much potential as a science communication tool. I think it could be a great bridge between the scientists who want to get their work out there in a language that everyone can understand and authors who have that skill set. So bringing together these groups of people could be a really positive step. I therefore kind of sit in a unique place between the writing and reading community and the scientific community, kind of the perfect place to be a bridge between these two groups. But I have noticed that I'm not making the most out of being in that position. Why? Because my name is not really Lovis Geier. It is a pen name. In real life, I go by Rebecca with my colleagues and Ray with my friends. And I have not told many people in either of those two groups about this channel and what I'm trying to do. Why do I use a pen name? Because I'm actually quite a shy person. Filming the first episode was terrifying to me. And I'm also not a very confident person when I'm trying something new. So I wanted to retain the possibility of anonymity should the channel and any book that I eventually, fingers crossed, publish not go the way I want. I wasn't sure if I wanted the first thing that pops up when you Google my name to be a failed YouTube channel that I eventually abandoned. But I'm so proud of this channel and what I've achieved with it so far, and I have no intention of abandoning it. So I am now letting you guys into my scientific life, and I am letting my scientific colleagues into my ecofiction life. Shake hands. You're all friends now. And with that reveal comes some news. Last November, I became a published author in the academic world. The first paper with my name on it, presenting some research from my PhD, which underwent the peer review process and months of edits and added simulations, is now out in the world and available for people to see, and that is quite cool. So for any of you who nerd out over the evolution of dispersal processes, I will leave the link to it below. We published in an open access journal called Ecography, so you can all read it for free. If any of you actually do that, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere. I would find that very cool. And that kind of segues nicely into the resolutions part of this video, because one of my resolutions for 2021 is to make more of an effort to bring more scientists into the Ecofictology family. And that means posting about it on my personal Twitter account, which I normally only use for staying on top of academic and research stuff. So that's quite a big step for me. My second resolution is to tell my imposter syndrome to shush and go sit on the naughty step, because for the last 9 months I haven't actually told very many of my friends or family about the channel for a number of reasons, but the biggest of them is that it's quite hard to tell people about a deep desire that you have, like becoming a published author, which might invite some judgment from the less supportive, and is something that I might not even ultimately achieve. It's easier to keep that desire a secret so no one knows if you fail. But that also means that there is a potential audience that I could have access to that I am choosing not to access, and that kind of seems silly when I'm trying to grow a platform and spread the word about ecofiction. I already have several family members reading ecofiction novels, but maybe I can spread that influence a little bit more. So my second resolution is to be a little bit more proud of this thing that I want to do and what I've done to try and get there, and to share it with the people who know me. And to that end, I will be creating an Ecofictology Facebook group, which I will be posting about in a place where my friends and family can see it. I will also be starting a series on here called Author Updates, where I just share my journey, my writing journey, what works for me, what doesn't, and what revelations I've had along the way, because there have been a few. Part and parcel with being less dismissive about wanting to be a writer is actually committing to the writing, which is somewhere where I struggle to maintain motivation sometimes. The most common writing advice I have received is to set a writing routine, which I have not managed. National Novel Writing Month, NaNoWriMo in November was the closest that I've ever gotten, writing every day to hit the goal of 50,000 words in November, and I found that exhausting. But I did get 50,000 words of my novel done. The quality of those words is another matter. So I don't think I'm going to strive for every day, but I'm going to go for every week, baby steps, people. So to help me do that, Mary Woodbury and I are going to be running some writing sessions, some word sprints, at least once a week over on our Rewilding Our Stories Discord server. So if you are an eco-fiction author in whatever genre, aspiring or otherwise, and you think a little bit of community motivation would help you get some words down on that project that needs work, come and join the server and get something done at least once a week. My third resolution is one that I talked a little bit more about in my last video right before Christmas, and this is one that I'm going to do my darndest to keep, and that is to broaden my geographical and cultural horizons when it comes to the stories and people that I feature on my channel. If you want to hear me talk more about this, then go and check out that video. I think 3 resolutions is a pretty reasonable number. Let's not make it harder than it already is to keep them. I'd love to hear some of your own resolutions for 2021, so leave them down in the comments or message me privately if you prefer. They obviously don't have to have anything to do with ecofiction. So, what changes am I making in 2021? There will be a Facebook group for Ecofictology that I will be sharing to. There will be an author update series where I let you into my writing process and I talk about what I've learned about writing ecofiction. There will be more diversity in the titles that I choose to feature on this channel. But the core of what this channel is will stay exactly the same. A love for ecofiction and hope for its potential as a science communication tool. So that's all from me for this week. You know the drill. If you're excited about what's to come, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload new content. I upload every Wednesday. If you like the sound of the Discord server Rewilding Our Stories, follow the link in the description below and come and join us. And finally, if you want to support me in continuing this channel, then head on over to patreon.com/ecofictology and become a patron. Your monthly donation of whatever size is greatly appreciated by me and by Love the Oceans, the marine conservation organization that I have chosen to support. If you haven't heard about them from me before, definitely check out my interview with founder Francesca Trotman. All right, that's it. I will see you next week, Ecofictologists, when we launch into 2021.